Cool. Looks like things are going. Maybe. Yeah. Twitch seems to quasi confirm that. So let's get going. Hey everybody, I'm Joshua, and this is the series that I'm calling Lunch Break Roguelike. It is a small, short video series on me making a project over my lunch break. This current project happens to be a roguelike game developed in Python using the TDL framework and the Twitch Observer Python API that I've written with Felix here in chat. It is like I said, it's a roguelike that people can play while I make it on Twitch, which is pretty fun. It's pretty cool. It's open source. You can see the code right here. You can follow along. I tag every single episode, so it looks like this is the beginning of episode 24. So if you want to follow along, you can do a git checkout EP24, but you don't have to. You can just kind of hang out with me while I work. And let's get going. It's been a while. I took some time to travel with my family, so it's been, I guess, 5 days since I've done one of these. So let's look at where we left off at. More work on shoring up throwing. Yeah. So it looks like I was doing some work to make throwing a little bit like just kind of making it more stable and more interesting. So I guess here this is in perform on throw. Let me just walk through this code. So grab our owner, get a range from the weapon if we have one. This is the destination we're throwing to. Blah, blah, blah. If dest x not equals 0. Yeah, so this is just figuring out the direction. Determine. Actually, determine the direction of throw, and then determine, I guess, destination of throw. Okay, which is fine. And then now we need to we create a path, which is the Bresenham line from the target position to the destination. And then this target entity is the thing we land on. So looks like here we go through all of the entities until we find one. So this is the stack. So for point in path, if it's solid, we break. So if we hit a wall, we stop. And then we also check at any given point if there's entities, and then if there are entities, we check each entity to see if it's a creature, and do some special things. If not, we don't care. So this allows us to be thrown over. We can throw ourselves over items, which is fine. And otherwise, if we fall out, wherever we fall out, I think we update the dest somewhere in this loop. But we better. Yeah, dest equals point. So this is us updating the final throw destination. So if we do hit an entity, it will get updated to the correct spot. Yeah, and then I think this is okay. I think I've shored that up. So throwing from to, this is just me testing that, or just debugging that a little bit. So we have a throw motion. So this just animates from the target to the target. It's going to animate the target. It's going to go from the position to the destination. And it's going to do it in 1 second, which is fine. Then turn. So yeah, so we just add the animation as a child to whatever is being thrown, and then we just automatically just put the target at the destination. And then if there's an action to perform, we perform that action. Action perform. Let me see. Action to perform. Where does this go? Yeah, it's just a. Yeah, so this is just an action that we invoke. And then if owner visible, print the whole flavor text of, yeah, I guess them being thrown or whatever. So I think I want to, in the throw motion, I want to fix that because I do something weird where I'm trying to draw I'm drawing over this, and I think what I want to do is I want to add a new property to entities, which is hidden. Right now we have a visible property, which means if any player can see it. But I want to add one called hidden, where that means that even if you can't see it, even if it's within the player's I guess vision cone. So let's just say self dot hidden equals false, false, and then down here visible if self dot hidden return false. So if the entity is hidden, it's not visible. Otherwise, we need to oh no, I have a doc string there. That's weird. Yeah. So here we check to see if the player's position is in the. Actually, this probably just could be just return. Self-dot position should be fine here. That's just a tuple. So yeah, then we just check to see if their position is in the visible tiles property of the current level. And this is just a smashed version of visible tiles to each player. Okay, and then now what I want to do is I want to have this throw motion animation just animate the hidden property on its parent, rather than try to do some fancy thing where it draws over the parent. We can just say it's hidden. So here, so I guess when we init or we update, so here we can just say self.parent.hidden equals false. And then I guess when we init, we can just say self.parent.hidden is true. And that should have the same net effect as trying to like draw over the character every single time, but it should just be, I think, easier to do. And I don't need to do this craziness here. I do need P though. I do need that. Let me see. This I'm not. Am I using this at all? I don't think I'm using any of these. These are just, yeah. Am I using level at all? Yeah. Simplifies this code up nicely. So I'm just saying P equals parent, and then I'm just drawing the parent. What its visible properties are. Just I'm drawing those, which is fine. Cool. So. And then let's just see if this works. This just enough talk. Let's see. Let's check it out. Quiet day in chat, which is fine. I guess I've been gone a while, and it is Monday, which is always kind of a tough day after the weekend. Okay, let me just hop into the game here. If you haven't seen this before. This is the game. On the left is a list of all the items. On the right is a list of players. So I just joined. Now I want to go grab that glove before anything else does. So I'm going to move right and up. But fortunately, I was pretty darn close to it. So now I should be able to throw stuff. So now if I move, let's say, down, that should throw the kobold, maybe. So it looks like it's not on. It looks like it's not honoring that. So it looks like it's not honoring that visible property. Let me check out why that might be. Because entity has a visible property, so. If self.hidden return false, and in the draw, so if seen, check visibility self position. Oh, it's just checking to see if its position is actually in the if the tile it's in is visible, then it considers itself visible. So we need to also add this. So instead of so what this is saying, this is the position check here. This must have just been something I added before that. So let's say if self.visible, which should have the net effect of checking if its position is in the level of visible tiles and also honoring the hidden property we just added. Again, this is tidying up the code, which is nice. But again, simplifying the code makes it easier to understand and to kind of reason about. Okay, let's just run that. Join in again, and also chat if you want to join in anytime. Feel free to help me. He grabbed the. Let's see if I can murder him. He grabbed my glove that I needed. Oh, he threw me. Oh, but yeah, that worked out okay because that was the correct animation for me at least. I guess if I hang out near him, he will keep throwing stuff. Maybe. I guess I can kind of maybe try to wall him in with some items. Maybe wall myself in here with him too. There we go. Oh, so he, he threw me. I've hit him. Yeah, and he keeps throwing me, which is fine. The animation looks correct. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to call that good. Oh yeah, I got it. There we go. So I can drop my my held item, and I can move up and grab the glove, and now I can throw stuff. So I should be able to throw the sword just by bumping it into it. Yeah, nice. So that is the behavior I do want. Now I want to be able to do. I want to do an attack roll if I throw an item against a critter, because I think that would be cool. I think already we do a check animation. No, the action. The throw action is getting pretty complicated, but again, like over the weekend, I had this strong desire to like I designed a new system that would make these actions a little bit easier to work with. And then I realized I want to keep this pretty short, pretty light. Like I think I want to cap this out at maybe 40 episodes, so that would roughly represent 40 hours worth of work. So I want to, I guess, stop this little series at that, or at least this season, I guess I'm calling it, and then start up a new lunchtime project at episode 40. So we'll see how that goes. But so in that mindset, I only have like 15 more episodes to go. So I want to like try to move as quickly as I can to get as a complete experience as I can. So entity target entity equals E. So again, target entity equals E. Action. This all should be really similar, right? Act equals self.target.get action, which should return an attack. Target is E. That should, or action to perform equals act.perform. which should be okay. And then down here we should do this should do an attack roll, I think. The target is a creature. A creature has a get action, which is just an attack action, which should be what we want to do. Maybe the attack action needs a slight tweak, because I'm worried what's going to happen is the attack action when we do that, the attack action takes into account its owner's weapon, which will be the glove, which doesn't make any sense. So if it's being thrown, we don't want to do that. So attack action self.weapon equals none, and then here if self.weapon if not self.weapon equals owner.held weapon. That's fine. And now just whoever, I just need to update my usage of weapon from the local to this. Let me quickly. And this check isn't necessary anymore, I don't think, because we always have a weapon. So that's fine. Let me just weapon. Yeah, I think that would be okay to straighten this stuff out. Let's try it. I think the thing I'm kind of a little foggy about is just this this attack roll. And here, this player get target action. I think that might be slightly different. Let's look at player, and they have get action. Weird. No, it's just a oh, so this is use potion on target player. So this is you can throw a potion at a player and it will be able to drink it. Let me see this one here. Target get action player. This looks like I should do an attack roll, but I think it's actually, no, this is a held item. This is a held item and it's a player. Wait, so target is this should be E.get action. This is entity E get action perform. Yeah, because the self target is actually the thing being thrown. Yes. Yeah. Let me do something like how about thrown equals self dot target, and then real quick just do a replace on this. Edit, find replace, and then replace with thrown. So next, replace. Just trying to make it just a little bit easier for me to grok. Because sometimes only, like, working on this only an hour a day, it gets a little foggy. Oh, there we go. That's fine. Actually, I could have just renamed the darn. That's fine. It is the target of the this is the, let me see, the attack action. It was the throw action. So I didn't want to name, yeah, I think the throw action is the last one. So I don't want to rename anything outside of the throw action. So I think I'm okay. Thrown. Yeah, the first instance is inside this, so I didn't goof. Cool. Let me see. Okay, so then, so if the thrown item is a held item, the player, so have player equip a thrown item. So this is you can throw another you can throw like a weapon at a player and they will equip it. But if they're not a player, we want to do an attack roll. I'm trying to kind of build in some of the verbs. Because typically roguelikes tend to be like treat everything kind of the same. But with this multiplayer stuff, it can be really chaotic. So I'm trying to like have some of these built-in stuff just be like a little bit more beneficial. Though I might want to do something like e dot held item is none. That seems to be a little bit more fair. So if they don't have an item, you will throw it to them and they'll catch it. But if they do have something in their hand, then they they will not catch it and they'll get hit, which is probably okay. Yeah, let's give this a shot and see what's going on. And this is we're throwing it in entities EEE. Cool. Actually, let me rename this as well to it entity. Replace. Whoa. That was, yeah. Let's do. Yeah. You have to be careful with find replace, especially when it's just a single character. Entity. Back and or hit entities. And then here I want to do the same thing. Thrown is just a little vague. Let's just make it to a thrown entity. Replace. Just so it's super clear, like in the code, what's actually happening. So there's a thing being thrown and a thing being hit, and that's okay. Comparison to none should not be expert. Just is. Is that the better comparison? I guess. Cool. Let's play a little bit and see if this works. Okay. Oh, sorry, chat. It was oddly sized. And is still oddly sized. Not sure what's going on with that today, but oh well. Join. MV. Oh man, I got a lot of running to do. Let's go down there and grab that. Kobold's gonna beat me up, or he's gonna steal my glove, and it's gonna be awful. Oh, come on. Okay, so oh man, so the kobold has the axe, which is not great. because the axe is the strongest weapon in the game currently. He can't one-hit me with it. It'll take him 3 hits to kill me, but that's still not a lot. I'll see if I can position myself so I can throw the dagger at him if he goes underneath me, which is just going to be luck. The kobold perishes, and it looks like it looks like it passed right through him, because when he died, he dropped the axe. So we can throw an axe at a kobold if I'm lucky. Yeah, it kills them. So and the item continues on, which is weird. Maybe it's a weird interleave of how things work. It's definitely like it's pretty darn close to what I want, but it's not quite there. So let's see if we can tweak this just a little bit. I think what I want to do is I want to add a callback to an animation to do call when it's done animating. I think that should be a relatively easy thing to do. Let me let's look at that. So in animation, we should have throw motion, so update. So yeah, the default animation doesn't really do a lot. Self-apparent update. Yeah, let me just real quick. Let me just add something in here like self dot. Yeah, let me just do like a def on done self, and that is. I don't think it should take. What should it take any params, or is it just something that we execute and it can just be whatever? I think we'll just leave it like that. Then update, do all that good stuff. And so is there a good way to know when to call on done? Because I guess not all animations have a time limit, but let's just manually call it then. So this is background self.on done. And throw motion, the same thing. So we're moving ourselves, self.on done. Yeah. And then what I want to do is I want to in action I guess something like this might be gross, but it should work. So def action callback. Is that, and then Annie.onDone equals action callback. So this should get invoked once the animation is done playing, and once the animation is done playing, then we will actually do the action that we expect. So and hopefully that should also straighten out some of the weirdness we're seeing with like throwing daggers through enemies, which is cool, but like not desired. Basically, I want a thrown weapon to hit something, do an attack roll, and fall to the floor. Okay, now position myself carefully. And this would be easier if I had somebody in chat, unfortunately. I think I can reach him. I think I can hit him with my throw. Maybe. Nope, he moved. So as soon as a kobold pops into view in my range, or not, I'll give it a few more turns and then I'm just going to go. And then I'll reposition myself. Okay, let's do it. Yeah! Again, yeah, so the kobold seems to die. So Joshua Skelly throws kobold, kobold chops kobold. Joshua Skelly throws dagger, kobold perishes. Like, it seems like there's a lot going on there that maybe... I think something's not quite right. Ah! Okay, that was the wrong way. Hey, Logrosito! Oh my goodness, thank you. Somebody helped me test out my... Yeah, something's weird because it said the kobold perished, but he definitely looks alive to me. Or maybe... Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so... Joshua Skelly throws kobold. Throws X. Oh, but he didn't... Did I not get the... Did I not hit him? I'm curious what's going on now. Yeah, and then a mysterious kobold got hit way over here. Here, Logrosito, let me restart, and if you'll help me, we'll see if we can just more easily test this throw code. If you could rejoin, I would appreciate that. Cool. All right, so Logger C2, I'm gonna throw the axe at you. So let's make sure this is doing what I think it's gonna do. So if you could just sit tight for a moment, I'd appreciate that. So it looks like it did hit you, but it didn't stop. Um, hmm. Hmm. And it's still, and it said you counterattacked too, which is weird. I don't think you didn't actually hit me. Because maybe the prereq on the counterattack failed. It should have. I'm also trying to figure out. So, um, oh, maybe yeah. I should say something like if it is. So if it is a creature, we need to break. That's something I forgot to do. Um, yeah, so that should prevent the item from being thrown through things now. Um, I believe. I mean, this break should have happened also, though. Yeah. Wait, no. So if it's not an instance of a creature, I mean that break should have been being hit no matter what. Um, do we ever? Where is point? Oh, we have two for loops here. Mm, yeah. What's it? I mean, so that now the question is how to break out of a double for loop. That's the question. Or is there a better? Um, uh, yeah, let's just do it like uh, done equals false. If done, break. And then we hit an entity, so done equals true and break. This will break out of this for loop, and the done property should. Maybe we should check after. Maybe that makes sense. Because I don't think we want to update dest necessarily. Yeah, I think that would be correct. All right, let's give this another shot. Yeah, Lagarcito, I've been debating whether or not to let people throw without the glove, but at a smaller distance. Not quite sure. I like the fact that right now all the weapons give you special abilities for the most part, and it makes the enemies really easy because they just grab stuff and use it on things, and it has the desired effect, which I guess kind of makes them seem a little bit more intelligent than they are. Cool. See if I can get rid of him. There we go. Just trying to position myself somewhere that I can throw a weapon at something. Come on, Kobold. Oh no, he's gonna steal it from me. Oh. He did? Okay, yeah, that behaved exactly like I wanted it to, which is good. Cool. Um, yeah, so let me commit my changes. I think I have the throwing behaving like I would like. Make sure I got the. Yep, that's tagged correctly. So let's do a git add dot git commit throwing works well enough now. Cool. Okay. Now I think I've been talking about procedural generation, and it's another thing where I think I just want to. I don't want to overthink things. I'm probably just I'm going to use the same method that we use in Delver, which is also used in a lot of other things like Spelunky and stuff like that. So if we look at our level, the level where we create this level is probably a strange dimension. It's 29 by 22. So if I make it maybe divisible by 3, so that's like 9 by 7. I can just stitch together handmade tiles and perturb them, and I should get okay results. And that should work okay, and that should actually be relatively easy to do. Let me try. Yeah, let's just try something like. Let's jump here because this is super basic right now. So it's a width and a height. Let's just say rooms equals that, and that is just there should be a 9 by 7 array of characters. Yeah, I think that should be. Actually, if room is a console, that makes it a little bit easy to work with. So let's do it that way. So import TDL as a TDL.console. And the width is, I said 9, the height is 7, and that should be okay. Are there any other? Can I? I guess I can't init it with a string, which is okay, I guess. Let's just do this and say r equals that, and then r dot draw stir at 0 0, and it's just going to be a string, and it's just going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And then let me just really, just for my own sake, 1 2 3. Okay, and this is I'm just working quickly here until we get to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay. Actually, these need to be. Okay. This is just an empty room, so now I can simply get rid of the I thought VS Code supported, yeah. I thought this supported multi. There we go. And then I can do something like new level dot draw dot lit, new level dot data dot lit, and I think it's, let me see what the blit function takes from TDL, Python TDL docs. There we go. If Felix was here, he would have that function already set up. So source xy, and that's fine. So I should be able to just say the source is r and at 0 and 0. Cool. So now if I run it, it should have that room up there. Nope. Cool, yeah, that worked out okay. And if I loop over that, right? So for x in range 3, for y in range 3, actually, let's make this a little bit easier. So the x needs to be actually, let's try to keep it. Well, I mean, it's not generic. Well, this is generic, so I'll try to keep it generic-ish. I mean, this is not. How to do it? I can just hard code it for now. That I can fix it up later. So this needs to be 0, I guess 10, and that's not right. 0, 9, and 18, I think. And then this one needs to be 0, 7, and 14. And then I need to blit this at x and y. Cool. Again, it's not a perfect solution because our, I guess I could shift it by 1 to the right. That would be okay. Yeah, let's do that, I suppose. So the x should be 1 and 10 and 19. Cool. Looks a little bit better. Again, I guess this is the fast and dirty way to do it. And let's see. So right, like I need to figure out ways to break this up, and I think the best way to do it is just to have to classify, because we have 3 rooms, and or we have 9 possible. Well, yeah, we do have 9 possible rooms, and we can just pick from a list of what they may look like, or we could also qualify like a corner, a like an intersection. Try to figure out different classifications of tile. But that might be a little bit too much work. So like the corners can all be equivalent, and we can just flip them. That should not be terrible. Maybe TDL has a way to deal with that. Yeah. Cool. Let me also, I think all the negative space should probably, well, let me see. Look, my question now is it even playable? Or have I messed up things too much? Join. Okay, so that works. I can still erase stuff, which is fine. Can I move? That was my question. Yeah, I can move. I guess I've coded it so that the floor with periods is fine. And I guess that also helps. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think Lagosito. I'd be surprised. Maybe you can't move. Maybe the. Yeah, let me take a look at the collision code in the level, I believe, or scene. Word. Check collision. Check collision equals ord. I think I need to update this. I think I had it somewhere else, maybe. Maybe not. It equals this. Or that. Let's give that a shot. With my fancy okay. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I needed to update the tiles that we can potentially move on. And adding these floor tiles goofed things up a little bit. But now I can do a super traditional style of a roguelike. I think actually the Rogue itself actually has something similar where it has 9 rooms laid out in a similar grid, and they connect them with. Wow! The kobold just threw an axe. Yikes! That is scary. Yeah, so looks like we can move around. Lagosito has an axe, so he is a force to be reckoned with. And I think typically in roguelikes they have the period or the full stop represent the floor, so that way you can see your player's vision, their cone of vision better. And this also makes me want to implement Fog of War, so the places we haven't been might be black. Yeah, that might be a fun thing to do. I have 7 minutes left. Let's see if I can implement that. So in, I think, is it level is where the drawing code happens? Level. I think I check a visible. Visible tiles is what I want to search for. So if visible tiles, yeah. So and let's also say self.scene tiles equals a set. And then I think visible tiles, I think I reset that every turn somewhere. Yeah, so update FOV, visible tiles equals set, self.visible tiles equals self.visible tiles union. So then I just need to do down here is self.scene tiles equals self.scene tiles.union e.visible tiles. So what this does is, make sure I got that correct. Yeah. So every time we update the FOV, we set the visible tiles set to empty, and then for every player in the scene, we look at that with each player tracks their own visible tiles. So we create the union of all the visible tiles. What I'm doing with scene tiles is I'm never clearing that out. So it always should be representing what players have seen at least once. And that's how we're going to create our Fog of War. So up here in visible tiles, there was a draw, I think. So for X in, yeah, so if we're in self.data, so if it's in visible tiles, we draw it white. If it's not, we draw it black. And this needs to be if, I guess, xy in self.scene tiles, do this. Otherwise, don't. So now this should add fog of war. So we're back to our black screen. But when I join, yeah, so we get, so this is, yeah, there we go. So I cleared that out, which is just my visibility cone. And now we have fog of war working, which is cool, which I think it adds a nice little exploration kind of part to it, because now that I don't have to draw these things, I don't have to worry so much about, sorry, Loggercito, let me just really quickly, in broad strokes, try to just make sure this dungeon is actually connected. Because now that I can't see it without exploring it, yeah. But that's cool. I think it's a nice little addition. And now that we have procedural generation started, but not perfected, again, I like the exploration element of it. So let's see what's in this room over here. Oh, there's that sword over there. And this, yeah, this again, this again adds a nice little dimensionality to it, so it feels more like a roguelike. Because typically they have this whole fog of war concept, and again, it's a nice map exploration element. Cool. All right, so we have just a few minutes left. I think I'm just going to let this run. Loggercito and I can play for a little bit if they're interested. If not, no worries. I think we've had a pretty productive stream. We shored up throwing, which is nice, and we've started. We've made more strides towards procedural generation. Again, not perfect, but we're getting there, and it will be better. And I think once we, I don't know. I'm going to again try to just work within my limitations and be like okay with that, and hopefully we'll end up with something that's cool and playable. Throw that out of the way. Nice. Yeah, I'm so glad I got the throwing stuff shored up. Okay, so I guess let me do this. Get that going. So let me just real quick do my sign off, because I try to keep these limited to an hour because it is my lunch break, my lunch hour, ostensibly. So I'm Joshua. This has been Lunch Break Roguelike. If you want to see me work on this, I do this every weekday at noon Pacific, PDT, Pacific Daylight Time is what we're in right now. I also do a stream on Sundays for Delver. That's my procedural first-person dungeon crawler game. That is my full-time job right now. So if you want to watch me do 2D pixel art and 3D modeling and all that good stuff, tune into me there. This is like the nice little break point of my day. I love doing this. I look forward to it. I look forward to hanging out with folks and sharing what I know. And also, people support me. I am a Twitch affiliate. So I have 3 subscribers. They are wonderful, wonderful folks, and they help me do this weird stuff. So if you want to see me work on weird stuff, subscribing is a great way to do that. This week I'm doing a subscriber stream this Friday, July 28th. I'm doing an 8-hour subscriber stream where I'm working on projects that my subscribers tell me to work on. It is available for everybody to watch, but they tell me what to do. So this Friday, I am doing like Blender 3D modeling basics, and I am doing a Minecraft mod. I'm not sure if I'm going to split my time between the two or try to smash those together. I'm having a feeling that they might be separate things. But there's still time to subscribe and tell me what to do. So if you'd like to see me work on a particular project or a particular art style or programming language or whatever, anything in the creative vein, I'm willing to do. So if you feel free to subscribe, there's still time, and I'll work on your project. If not, take care, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.